領域展開無料空所
Thus who love all things in horror in anime world might be in for a treat with the new adaptation of Jujutsu Kaisen. This series just started airing on Crunchyroll in early October and is an adaptation of a hit shonen jump manga by Gege Akutami. There are multitude of reasons for its popularity, but one big reason is the Jujutsu Kaisen brings some unique stuff to the table compared to the other shonen stories. Obviously, it's not a completely unique show, but there are a lot of concepts that adds to its genre. So in this video, we are going over few reasons why Jujutsu Kaisen is not like any other shonen series. First and foremost, it needs to be said immediately that Jujutsu Kaisen is violent to the pretty absurd degree. People curses get stabbed, burnt and decapitated and blown away constantly in this show. It's all about monster slaying after all. One prime example of how violent sort of just jumps from 1 to 100 is when Goto is meeting with the special grade curses Jogo and Hanami in the cafe and Jogo suddenly just decides to burn everyone in there alive. Speaking of its violence, there are also a ton of death in Jujutsu Kaisen. The introductory arc might make it seem like death is ever-present threat that usually just keep things tense, but it quickly becomes apparent that this won't be case for going forward. Sure, Itadori and his normal school friends escaped some nasty curses mostly scot-free in their introduction, but believe me, that isn't the case for most of the series. Important characters can die. Random civilians might die for no real reason, or even entire crowd can die in en masse depending on the situation. Jujutsu sorcerers are always putting their lives on the line for a job that literally comes with no appreciation for what usually comes down to absurd level of sacrifice. So it takes a certain type of person to go down this occult career path. The principal of Tokyo Jujutsu High, Masamichi Yaga, sums it up best early on while testing Itadori for his entrance exam. You have to be little crazy and highly motivated to handle it. As he said it, that of course means the job of Jujutsu Sorceress. And so far all the Sorceress fans have seen in the anime and it only gets crazier from there. So every character is at least a bit crazy in this anime. Also one of the things is the power system of this anime. In the beginning it seemed like Jujutsu Kaisen was going to have a relatively simplistic yet well-developed power system similar to something like magic in other stories. Not a ton of rules and a plenty of room to play around with unique abilities. But as the narrative continues, the power only becomes more and more complex as we readers and viewers starts to understand Jujutsu techniques along with Itadori, which is just making this series more interesting. Something like stands in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, especially the scarier stands. There are some in particular such as Satoru Gojo's power that are so over-explained, they become too much incomprehensible. Also one thing which is different from all other shonen animes in this anime is we, like most other anime fans, we all are aware that all of the classic shonen arcs such as tournament arcs, the rescue arc, the beach arc or even the storming the enemy base arc, all of these arcs are stereotypically narrative device used by shonen authors constantly. So much so that fans can always tell when one is coming. Usually they are spread out throughout the story pretty strategically with tons of downtime in between. But Jujutsu Kaisen is not a series about quieter moments. The big bad boy of the whole story, Satoru Gojo, literally becomes the part of the main character's life in episode 1. The tournament arc takes place not long after first year's initial mission, and there are rarely any moments in the story at all where characters aren't fighting or training in some small way. There's nothing more classic for a shonen genre that the main character is who naively thinks they can save everyone. And in most of the stories, everyone tries so hard to tell them that it's impossible. Yet the protagonist preserves and manages to save everybody in any way. But Jujutsu Kaisen is not one of the stories. The main character Yuji Itadori finds out incredibly early that he won't be able to save everyone. And his entire goal as a Jujutsu sorceress in the first place is to make sure those he cares about should have a good death. Good death means natural ones like the grandfather ones. And once he crosses that line, there's really no coming back. And that's a part of him now, whether he likes it or not. Another thing which I liked about this anime is powers are situational and insanely strong depending on the context. To be fair, this next one isn't entirely unique for the shonen series, but still it's hard to do it in the right way. and only a few manages to do it as well as Jujutsu Kaisen, like JoJo and One Piece. We are of course talking about the concept of power systems that emphasizes the character should think creatively with their powers, that allows for seemingly awful abilities to become insanely strong under certain situations. Take Nobara Kugisaki for example. Her resonance power seems decent but isn't as strong as Fushigoro's 10 shadow technique. Yes, if her opponent is one that has to touch her in order to do damage and launch projectiles in any way that would be considered part of their body, Kugisaki can use that advantage to drive her nails and trigger resonance. And that's just one example of many. There are a lot of fights in Jujutsu Kaisen, so many that we sort of lose track when one ends and another begins. I know that it was mentioned earlier that Jujutsu Kaisen has a fast pace, but it can't be understated that just how quickly characters are introduced and then fights in the series. Seriously, within 120 plus chapters currently out till now, characters are fighting with curses or each other who seems like 80% of the time. And that sort of constant action just doesn't happen with shonen series nowadays. And lastly, one of many things why Jujutsu Kaisen is unique is because the villains aren't relatable at all. Most of the villains aren't even humans. The sorcerers in this show are fighting against curses after all, sometimes even hybrid curses, all of which takes a bit of getting used to. Curses are sort of pure in a way, completely true to themselves as evil beings. And while this makes some really messed up moments of true cruelty, it doesn't exactly give readers or viewers many options. Most of the villains seen early on are just straight up trying to murder people for fun, so it's bit hard to give them even a bit of leeway like people would for Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter or Sasuke in Naruto Shippuden, which are very relatable characters and we can tell why they are doing all of those things. And yeah, these were the few reasons why Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the best and unique shonen animes right now. And if you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, you should do it right now. Only the 7 episodes are out till now as I am making this video right now. So you can just complete it in one go and then continue on with one episode every week. And yeah, that was it guys. If you enjoyed this video, just like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post daily anime content about top 10, top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news, theories and all sort of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.